My fiancé demanded, delete every female contact or the wedding is off. I said, consider them deleted. Then I deleted her too and married her maid of honor. She found out when the wedding invitations arrived with the same date but different bride. The venue said they'd never seen someone faint in their office before. I, 28 male, just married the love of my life last month. Plot twist. It wasn't the woman I was engaged to 6 months ago. Let me rewind to January. I was engaged to Brianna, 26, for about a year. We dated for 3 years before that. Her maid of honor was Luna, 27, who'd been Brianna's friend since middle school. Important detail, Luna and I became close friends through wedding planning because Brianna always delegated the boring stuff to her. The ultimatum came on a Thursday night. Brianna had been getting progressively more jealous and controlling. First it was, why do you need female friends? Then it became, I don't like when you talk to women at work. The final straw for her was when my cousin Thea wished me happy birthday on social media with a photo from our childhood. Delete every female contact from your phone. Now, that's insane. Half of them are family. I don't care. Even family, no women except me and my mom. Your mom? Why would I have your mom in my phone but not my own sister? Because I trust my mom. I don't trust these other women. Delete them all, or the wedding is off. I stared at her for a solid minute. You want me to delete my sister, my mom, my cousins, my coworkers, everyone? Everyone. Right now, I'm not marrying someone who keeps backup options. Backup options? My 67-year-old Aunt Rita is a backup option? Don't be cute. Delete them or we're done. I pulled out my phone. Consider them deleted. I went through my contacts in front of her. Mom, deleted. Sister, deleted. Cousins, deleted. Female coworkers, deleted. Her friends that I had for group planning, deleted. Then I got to her name, deleted. What are you doing? You said delete all female contacts. You're female. She actually laughed. Obviously not me, you idiot. No, especially you. Someone this controlling and insecure isn't someone I want to marry. The look on her face? Priceless. She went from smug to confused to enraged in about 3 seconds. You're joking. Nope. Wedding's off. You can keep the deposit since you insisted on paying for everything to have control. She threw my phone at the wall. It survived. Good case. Then came the screaming about how I'd wasted 4 years of her life, how no one would ever love me like she did, how I'd die alone. Better alone than controlled. I left, went to my buddy Diego's place. Brianna blew up my phone with texts ranging from apologizing to threatening to cursing my entire bloodline. Here's where it gets interesting. Luna called me the next day. Hey, I heard what happened. Brianna's telling everyone you had a mental breakdown and called off the wedding because she caught you cheating. That's not even close to what happened. I know. She told me the truth first when she thought I'd take her side. Delete every woman from your life? That's psycho behavior. We talked for 2 hours. Luna revealed that Brianna had been like this in every relationship. Progressively more controlling until the guy broke. She'd stuck around, hoping her friend would grow out of it. I'm done enabling her. What she did to you was abusive. A week later, Luna and I met for coffee to discuss canceling vendor contracts since Brianna was refusing to do anything except post cryptic quotes about betrayal on Instagram. 2 weeks later, we met again to make sure everything was handled. 3 weeks later, we were meeting just because we enjoyed talking. 4 weeks later, I realized I'd fallen for Luna. Hard. 5 weeks later, I told her. This is messy, she said. Incredibly messy, I agreed. She'll never forgive me. She'll never forgive either of us anyway. Luna kissed me. Then let's make it worth not being forgiven for. We kept everything quiet for 2 months. Only Diego and Luna's sister Camilla knew. We wanted to be sure this was real, not just trauma bonding or revenge. It was real. Really real. 3 months after the breakup, I proposed. Same ring. I'd gotten it back from Brianna after threatening to take her to small claims court for the $8,000. Luna said yes. Here's the kicker. We kept the same wedding date, same venue, same everything that was already booked and non-refundable. We just changed the bride's name on everything. Update. Y'all wanted to know about the invitation situation. Buckle up. We sent out new invitations 3 weeks before the wedding, changed the names, but kept everything else identical. Same date, time, venue, even the same font. We didn't send one to Brianna initially. We weren't monsters. But her mom, Eleanor, got one since she'd been nothing but kind to me during the relationship. Eleanor called Brianna immediately. Brianna drove straight to the venue. The venue coordinator called me. "Mr. Reeves, there's a woman here claiming there's been identity theft regarding your wedding." I put her on speaker. "Luna and I were having lunch. That's my ex-fiancée. We broke up. I'm marrying someone else now." "On the same date?" "We kept the bookings since they were non-refundable. She's demanding to see the contract. That's under my name. She has no legal right to it." We heard shrieking in the background. The coordinator said she needed to call security. 20 minutes later, Brianna was at my apartment building, buzzing every apartment claiming she was locked out. My neighbor, Mr. Rodriguez, called me annoyed. I explained the situation. He told her through the intercom to leave, or he'd call the cops. She left, but not before keying what she thought was my car. It was my neighbor's. Ashley, the neighbor, had it on her dash cam and filed a police report. Then came the messages. "How dare you give her my wedding? My ring? You gave her my ring? At my vendors that I chose. You chose to end things. These are consequences." I ended things? I sent her the screenshot I'd wisely taken of her ultimatum texts from that night. "Delete every female or we're done. No exceptions. This is non-negotiable." That didn't mean we were broken up. "You literally said the wedding was off. I was teaching you a lesson. Lesson learned. I'm marrying someone who doesn't need to teach me lessons." She lost it. Called me 73 times in an hour. I counted. I blocked her. She used her work phone. Blocked. Her mom's phone. Blocked. But I texted Eleanor first, explaining why. Then Brianna did something unhinged. She made a Facebook event. Funeral for Brianna's love life. Same day as the betrayal wedding. Scheduled for our wedding day at a bar near the venue. Luna's sister Camilla was invited. They weren't close, but Brianna was clearly trying to get info. Camilla accepted and screenshotted everything. Brianna was planning to have everyone wear black, crash our wedding during the vows, and object with evidence of Luna's betrayal. We hired security. Update 2, the week before the wedding, was eventful. Monday, Brianna called my work claiming I'd stolen $10 worth of her wedding deposits. My boss asked for proof. She had none because I'd paid for everything after she'd insisted on keeping finances separate until marriage. My boss told her to stop harassing his employees. Tuesday, she contacted every vendor trying to cancel everything. The baker called me confused. The florist was annoyed. The photographer straight up told her, "I don't care about your drama. The contract is with Mr. Reeves." Wednesday, this is where she went nuclear. She called Luna's parents. Luna's dad, Roberto, is old school traditional. Luna hadn't told them yet about us because she wanted to do it in person. They lived several hours away. Brianna told them Luna had seduced me while I was vulnerable and stolen me from her. She said Luna had been planning this for years. Roberto called Luna furious. Luna drove there immediately with me. We explained everything, including showing them Brianna's ultimatum texts and the timeline proving nothing happened until well after the breakup. Luna's mom, Carmen, was the one who spoke first. "So Brianna wanted you to delete your own mother from your phone?" "Yes." "And your sister?" "Yes." Roberto stood up, walked to his cabinet, and pulled out a bottle of tequila. "Anyone who asks a man to abandon his mother is no woman at all. Luna, you have my blessing." Plot twist. Roberto had never liked Brianna. She always talked about Luna like she was her servant, not her friend. Thursday, Brianna's funeral for her love life event got taken down by Facebook for targeted harassment after multiple people reported it. She made another one. It got removed too. Friday, the day before the wedding, Brianna made one last play. She showed up at the rehearsal dinner with a +1, my ex from college, Zoe, who'd cheated on me 6 years ago. "I thought you should know who you're marrying," Brianna announced loudly. "Luna contacted Zoe while we were together. She's been obsessed with you." Zoe looked confused. "What?" "She added me on Instagram last month asking for veggie dip recipes. After you two were already together." Brianna's face went red. "That's not, you said. You said you'd pay me $200 to show up and say Luna was obsessed with him. I need the money but not enough to lie." Zoe looked at me. "Congrats on the wedding. Sorry about this." She left. Brianna stood there, humiliated. Diego started slow clapping, then Roberto, then everyone. She ran out crying. Update 3. The wedding day. Oh my god. Despite hiring security, Brianna managed to cause chaos because of course she did. First, she called in a bomb threat to the venue. The police came, evacuated everyone, did their check, found nothing, and were not amused. They traced the call to a burner phone purchased with Brianna's credit card. She's now facing charges for a false report. While we were evacuated, standing in the parking lot in our wedding attire, Luna said we could just go to the courthouse and let her win? Never mind, let's get married out of spite. We did get married. But not before incident number 2. Brianna had recruited her brother Tanner to infiltrate as a photographer's assistant. He was caught by security trying to pour red paint on Luna's dress while it hung in the bridal suite. Security detained him. He immediately ratted out Brianna, showing texts where she promised him $500 to accidentally ruin the dress. Incident number 3 happened during the ceremony. Despite security, Brianna's mom Eleanor was still invited. We genuinely felt bad for her. Eleanor stood up during Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace, which we'd specifically told the officiant to skip, but she went rogue. I need to say something. My heart stopped. Brianna is my daughter and I love her, but she's sick, mentally unwell. This obsession with control has destroyed every relationship she's had. I tried to get her help. She refused. Luna, Ethan, I'm sorry for what she's put you through. You have my blessing. She sat down. You could hear a pin drop. We finished the ceremony. During the reception, Eleanor approached us with a box. Brianna's childhood therapy reports. I thought you should know what you were dealing with. She's been diagnosed with several personality disorders but refuses treatment. I'm done enabling her. The reception was beautiful, until the cake cutting. Somehow Brianna had convinced the cake decorator, a different person from the baker, to write Betrayal in tiny letters around the bottom tier. Luna spotted it right before we cut. Are you kidding me? We scraped it off and added extra flowers. Crisis averted. But the peak drama came at 10 p.m. Brianna showed up in a wedding dress, a full wedding dress. Claimed there'd been a mix-up, and she was the real bride. Security stopped her at the door. She caused such a scene that 3 cop cars showed up. The same cops from the bomb threat. Ma'am, you again? She was arrested for violating the restraining order we'd gotten earlier that week. Forgot to mention that. Got it after the rehearsal dinner incident. As they drove her away, she screamed, "This was supposed to be my day." Luna threw her bouquet at the cop car. "Now it's mine." Everyone cheered. Final update. It's been a month since the wedding. Time to wrap this saga up. Brianna was charged with false reporting, bomb threat, criminal mischief, keying Ashley's car, conspiracy to commit vandalism, the paint incident, violating a restraining order, harassment. She took a plea deal. Probation, mandatory therapy, and 200 hours of community service. But she wasn't done being entitled. 2 weeks after the wedding, she sued us for emotional distress and theft of wedding services. She wanted $50,000. Her lawyer dropped her after seeing our evidence, her ultimatum texts, her admission that she wanted to teach me a lesson, the bomb threat recording, Tanner's testimony about the paint, 47 witnesses to her wedding day meltdown, someone counted. She tried to represent herself. The judge dismissed it in under 5 minutes. Ma'am, you ended the relationship. You can't sue someone for moving on. But he used my wedding plans. The contracts are in his name. They're his plans. But I chose everything. Then you should have put your name on the contracts. She started crying. The judge was unmoved. Also, you're currently on probation for crimes committed against this couple. I'm issuing a permanent restraining order. Stay away from them. But the real final straw came last week. Brianna got fired from her job. Not for the criminal charges, but because she'd been using company time and resources to research legal precedents for suing an ex. Her boss found out when she accidentally sent a company-wide email meant for her mom that detailed her 5-year plan to destroy Ethan and Luna. The plan included getting pregnant by someone else and claiming it was mine, photoshopping messages to make Luna look like a homewrecker, hiring actors to claim they'd had affairs with me, starting a podcast called Stealing My Life Back about us Secretvoices. She's now living with her parents. Eleanor sent us an apology card with a Starbucks gift card. For the therapy you'll probably need after dealing with my daughter. Tanner reached out to apologize properly. Turns out Brianna had been blackmailing him with embarrassing college photos. We convinced him to go to the police, add extortion to her charges. Last I heard through the grapevine, she's been banned from 3 wedding venues in town for calling and threatening them not to host homewreckers. She started a blog about surviving narcissistic abuse where she rewrites history. She got engaged to someone she met in court-ordered therapy. That's gonna go well. Her new fiancé already messaged me asking if the stories about her were true. I sent him screenshots of everything. He thanked me, but is still with her. That's his problem now. Luna and I are doing amazing. We're in couples therapy, preventatively, to make sure we started this right despite the chaos. The therapist said we have the healthiest communication she's seen in newlyweds. We're moving to a new city next month for Luna's job. Fresh start, no drama, no Brianna. Oh, and remember the photographer? He included a special album of just Brianna's meltdown moments. We're not proud enough to frame them, but we definitely kept them. To everyone saying this is fake, I have a permanent restraining order security footage and a wedding video featuring a bomb squad. Can't make this up. To everyone asking why I didn't see the red flags sooner, love is blind, but ultimatums are eye surgery. Eleanor still texts Luna occasionally. Apparently, Brianna is demanding her new fiancé delete all his female contacts. Some people never learn, but I did. I learned that when someone shows you who they are through controlling, manipulative behavior, believe them. Don't wait for it to get better. It won't. I also learned that sometimes the best person for you is standing right there, holding vendor contracts and telling you your ex is crazy while offering to help you fix everything she broke. Luna just read this over my shoulder and added, I learned that recycling is good. Even engagement rings. We're happy. Genuinely, boringly, wonderfully happy. And Brianna? Well, she's blocked on everything, but Eleanor mentioned she's trying to sue the venue now for allowing the wrong bride. Good luck with that. Edit. Stop asking for the meltdown photos. We're not that petty. Okay, we are. But we're not trying to get sued again. Edit 2. To the 3 people who found Brianna's blog and shared it, please stop. Let her shout into the void. It's probably therapeutic. Edit 3. Her new fiancé dumped her. He messaged to thank me for the screenshots. Apparently she'd already demanded he cut off his sister. Dude ran. Smart man. My fiancé demanded, I want a $30,000 engagement ring upgrade. This one's embarrassing. I said, you deserve the best. So I returned it and got my $8,000 refund. The tan line on her finger told everyone the real story. Original post I, 32 male, proposed to Jessica, 29, 8 months ago with what I thought was a beautiful ring. Classic solitaire 1.2 carats, excellent clarity. Cost me $8,000, 3 months of salary after taxes, which is what everyone says you're supposed to spend, right? She said yes immediately, posted it all over social media. Her friends gushed. Life was good. Then about 2 months ago, her college roommate Brittany got engaged. The rock on that woman's finger could be seen from space. Custom design, 3 carats, the works. Suddenly my ring wasn't good enough anymore. Started subtle. Brittany's ring is so unique, isn't it? Then escalated. Did you know Derek spent $35K on hers? Then the comparisons. I mean, I love mine, but it's a bit traditional. Last Tuesday, she sat me down for a serious talk. Babe, I've been thinking, we should upgrade my ring. Me upgrade? Why? Well, it's just, when I'm with my friends now, it's kind of embarrassing. Everyone knows you make good money as a software engineer. This ring says junior accountant, not tech professional. My jaw dropped. Embarrassing? The ring you cried over 8 months ago? I've grown since then. And honestly, if you really loved me, you'd want me to have something that reflects our actual status. Brittany's Derek makes less than you, and look what she got. Me. So this is about competing with Brittany? It's about you showing everyone how much I'm worth to you. I found the perfect ring online. Only $30,000. We can trade this one in as partial payment. She pulled up her phone. The ring she wanted was massive, gaudy even. 3 bands of diamonds, custom halo. The center stone was 2.5 carats. It looked like something a real housewife would wear to make other real housewives jealous. I sat there, processing. 8 months ago, she sobbed with joy. Now my ring was embarrassing. The entitlement was staggering. but I smiled. You know what? You're absolutely right. You deserve the best. Her face lit up. Really? Oh my God, thank you. When can we go? How about this weekend? I said. We'll go to the jeweler, handle everything. She kissed me, already texting her friends about the upgrade. I sat there, planning. Not the upgrade she expected, though. Saturday came. She dressed up, practically vibrating with excitement. We drove to the jeweler, the same one where I'd bought the original ring. Jessica, I can't wait to see how much bigger the new one will look on my hand. We walked in. She immediately started browsing the expensive section while I quietly asked to speak with the manager, Daniel, who'd helped me pick the original ring. We need to process a return, I said calmly. Daniel looked confused. Is there a defect? Yeah, I said, loud enough for Jessica to hear. Turns out it's embarrassing. Jessica whipped around. What are you doing? Getting you what you deserve, I said. Which is nothing. If my ring embarrasses you, then you don't need to wear it. Her face went white. You can't be serious. Dead serious. Daniel, please process the return. Full refund, store credit, whatever your policy allows. Jessica started panic laughing. This is a joke, right? Some kind of lesson? No lesson, just consequences. You said the ring was embarrassing, so let's remove the embarrassment from your life. Daniel, absolute professional, started the paperwork. Store credit for $70 to $200. Depreciation hurt but expected. Jessica went from confused to angry to bargaining in about 30 seconds. Blake, stop this. I didn't mean it like that. You said, and I quote, it's kind of embarrassing. You compared me to Derek. You put a price tag on my love. I was just, everyone has nice things. I wanted to fit in. Then find someone who can afford your fitting in. Ring, please. She clutched her hand to her chest. No. Jessica, it's my ring, purchased by me, given conditionally upon marriage. We're not married yet. Legal precedent says it comes back to me if the engagement ends. The engagement isn't ending, she shrieked, causing other customers to stare. It is now, I said quietly. Ring, please. The next 5 minutes were rough. Crying, begging, accusations of emotional abuse, the works. But eventually she pulled the ring off and slammed it on the counter. You're going to regret this, she hissed. Doubt it, I replied, signing the return paperwork. She stormed out. I used part of the store credit to buy myself a nice watch I'd been eyeing. Petty? Maybe. Satisfying? Absolutely. Update 1. 3 days later, the fallout has been intense. Jessica went nuclear on social media within hours, posted a sob story about how I humiliated her in public and stole her engagement ring, conveniently left out the whole demanding a $30K upgrade part. Her mom called me that night. Gloria's always been a piece of work, but this was next level. Gloria, how dare you embarrass my daughter like that? Me? She embarrassed herself by calling my ring inadequate. She deserves the best. You make good money. What's $30,000 to someone like you? Someone like me? You tech people, you're all millionaires. Jessica deserves to show off a little. After everything she's done for you, what exactly has she done for me? She loves you. She was going to marry you. For the ring, apparently, not for me. You're twisting her words. She just wanted something nice. Me, she had something nice. $8,000 nice. That wasn't enough. That's nothing for an engagement ring these days. My friend's daughter got a $50,000 ring. Cool, tell Jessica to date him then. She hung up on me. Then came the flying monkeys. Her sister Madison, her best friend Ashley, even her yoga instructor, seriously, all reached out to tell me I was making a huge mistake. Madison's text. Jess is devastated. Can't you just talk to her? Maybe compromise on a $20K ring? Ashley called. You don't understand. Brittany has been making Jess feel so bad about her ring. She just wanted to feel equal. The yoga instructor still can't believe this. Jessica's chakras are all misaligned from the stress you've caused. Perhaps meditation and a new ring would help? But here's where it gets really good. Turns out Jessica had already been shopping for the new ring. As in, she'd put down a $2,000 deposit on that $30K monstrosity using her credit card, assuming I'd pay it off once we upgraded. She called me screaming yesterday because the jeweler won't refund her deposit since it was a custom order. Jessica, you have to help me. I can't afford to lose that money. Me, you put down a deposit without telling me? I wanted to surprise you with how proactive I was. I was making things easier for you. By spending $2,000 you don't have on a ring I never agreed to buy? Jessica, I used my credit card. The interest is going to kill me. Sounds like a you problem. But we were supposed to merge finances after marriage anyway. T-word, were, past tense. Please, Blake, I'm begging you. I can't afford this. Maybe Brittany can help. Her Derek seems generous. She hung up crying. Oh, and the tan line? It's been 3 days, and you can already see where the ring used to be when she posts her workout selfies. She's been trying to cover it with foundation, but it's super obvious. Comments are starting to notice. Where's your ring, hun? Appearing under every photo. The best part, she can't even play the "we're taking a break" card because she already told everyone we were ring shopping last weekend. Her narrative is crumbling, and I'm just sitting here with my new watch, checking the time on my recovered freedom. Update 2, 1 week later. Y'all aren't ready for this level of entitlement. So Jessica's been spiraling. The tan line situation got worse because she went to a tanning salon to even it out, but only made it more obvious. Now she has a weird orange hand with a pale ring-shaped band. It's tragic. But that's not even the main event. Thursday, I get a call from my bank. Unusual activity on my account. Someone tried to add themselves as an authorized user on my credit card. 3 guesses who. Turns out, Jessica still had some of my information from when we were planning to merge finances. She'd filled out paperwork online claiming to be my spouse to get access to my credit line, to pay off her custom ring deposit. Bank shut it down immediately. Bless fraud protection. But the audacity, off the charts. I texted her, "Did you seriously just try to fraud your way onto my credit card?" "It's not fraud, we were engaged. That basically makes me your wife." Weh, past tense. And no, it doesn't. I'm in a financial crisis because of you. You're in a crisis because you spent money you didn't have on a ring I didn't want to buy. Then, Saturday morning, 7 a.m., doorbell rings. I'm thinking package delivery. Nope, it's Gloria and Jessica's dad, Robert. He's carrying a manila folder like he's serving me legal papers. "Son, we need to talk man to man." "Me, I'm not your son." "Look, I've run the numbers. Jessica's out $2,000 for the deposit, plus she's been emotionally traumatized. We figure $10,000 covers damages and suffering." He actually pulls out an itemized list. I kid you not. Ring deposit, $2,000. Therapy costs, anticipated, $3,000. Social reputation damage, $2,000. Lost time investment in relationship, $3,000. Me, are you seriously trying to bill me for breaking up with your daughter? She gave you 3 years of her life, and I gave her 3 years of mine. We're even. Robert, be reasonable. You make 6 figures. This is pocket change for you. You know what? You're right. Let me get my checkbook. Their eyes lit up. I went inside, came back with a piece of paper. But it wasn't a check. It was my own itemized list. 3 years of rent, she moved into my apartment, $36,000. Utilities, groceries, dates, I paid 90% of everything, $45,000. Vacation to Hawaii last year, $6,000. Her car repairs I covered, $3,000. Total, $90,000. So if we're doing this, you owe me $80,000 after your $10,000 request. Cash or check? Robert turned purple. Gloria started sputtering about how that's not how relationships work. Me, exactly. So take your invoice and leave. They threatened small claims court. I told them to go ahead. Haven't heard back on that front yet. But then, Sunday night, Jessica shows up. With Brittany. Brittany, the catalyst of this whole disaster. Jessica, Brittany wants to apologize. Brittany, looking uncomfortable. I didn't mean to cause problems. I was just excited about my ring. You didn't cause anything. Jessica's entitlement did. See, so can we please just move past this? I'll take the original ring back. No upgrade needed. The absolute nerve. That ring is gone, returned, the money's been spent. Jessica, on what? Me, my watch, and a decent bourbon to celebrate dodging a bullet. Brittany actually gasped. You can't be serious. Over a ring? It was never about the ring. It was about being told that my expression of love was embarrassing. It was about being compared to Derek and found wanting. It was about learning my fiancé's love had a price tag. Jessica started ugly crying. I just wanted to feel special. You were special. To me, but I wasn't special to you. I was just a wallet with a disappointing credit limit. Brittany tried one more time. Derek says he could talk to you, man to man. Me. Derek doesn't know me, and frankly, neither does Jessica. Please leave. They left, but not before Jessica yelled that I'd die alone with my stupid watch. Joke's on her. The watch is actually pretty nice. Final update, 2 weeks after Ring return. This is going to be my last update because I need to move on. But the conclusion is just too perfect not to share. So Jessica's $2,000 deposit came due. The custom ring place wanted full payment, or they'd send it to collections. She tried everything, begged them for a refund. Nope, custom order policy, tried to get her parents to pay. They're retired and on a fixed income, even started a crowdfunding campaign claiming she was scammed by a jeweler. It got taken down for being misleading. In desperation, she did something I didn't see coming. She went after Derek. Yep, Brittany's Derek. According to the group chat screenshots my buddy showed me, we have mutual friends. Jessica reached out to Derek privately, told him it was partially his fault for setting unrealistic standards with Brittany's ring, said he should help out since he started this whole situation. Derek's response? He sent the screenshots directly to Brittany. Brittany went nuclear, accused Jessica of trying to get money from her man, called her a gold-digging parasite in the group chat. The friend group imploded. But wait, there's more. Jessica, now desperate and friendless, decided to sell the story to one of those relationship blogs. You know the type, my fiancé humiliated me over a ring kind of garbage. Problem was, she used real names and identifying details. I found out when a coworker sent me the link saying, "Dude, is this you?" My company's legal team was not happy about being name-dropped in an article that painted me as financially abusive. They sent a cease and desist to the website. The article came down, but not before comments had torn Jessica apart for being entitled. Some highlights from the cached version. So you wanted a 30K ring but only had 2K? Math isn't mathing. He dodged a tactical nuke, not a bullet. The tan line of shame makes this poetry. Last I heard through the grapevine, Jessica had to take out a personal loan to pay off the deposit. The interest rate is apparently brutal because her credit is shot from maxing cards on wedding planning for a wedding that's not happening. She moved back in with her parents. Gloria posts passive-aggressive memes about men who don't know how to treat queens. Brittany dropped her completely. Apparently told everyone Jessica was toxic and materialistic. The tan line is still visible in her latest Instagram posts, though she's trying to angle her hand away from the camera now. As for me, I'm doing pretty well. Started dating someone new, met her at a bookstore, not through apps. She's amazing. When I told her this whole story on our third date, figured honesty was important, she laughed so hard she nearly choked on her coffee. Her response? $8,000 for a ring? That's insane. If someone proposed to me with a ring pop and meant it, that'd be enough. I'm not saying she's the one, but she might be the one. Oh, and Derek? He sent me a beer through a delivery app with a note. Thanks for taking the heat off me about the ring thing. Brittany's been way more appreciative lately. Sometimes the bullet dodges itself. You just have to be smart enough to stay out of its way when it comes back around. The watch still looks great, by the way. Best $7,200 I ever spent on myself. Quick note to anyone dealing with similar entitlement. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Don't let anyone make you feel like your genuine expressions of love aren't enough. The right person will treasure a $50 ring if it comes from the heart. The wrong person will complain about an $8,000 ring because someone else got $35,000. Choose wisely. And if you choose wrong, at least get yourself a nice watch out of it.